Welcome back to the Sea Y'all Life.
Today we're heading out on a little adventure to the other side of San Diego Bay. We're going to be touring an absolutely amazing 61-foot Davis trawler.
We love the classic details of this gorgeous boat.
So stay tuned for installment number 3 of Trawler Tours. Hey y'all, welcome to the Sea Y'all Life. I'm Andrea, this is Tom, and we have 2 pups. We're a couple of Texas transplants living the empty nest life to the fullest. For us, that's living part-time on our 44-foot DeFever trawler in San Diego. Our hope is that as you join us on our dreams and adventures, we'll inspire you to discover your own.
Prepare to be amazed.
We love the Dakota, and it's really cool to see a whole different part of the bay, a different place to dock your boat, and we're so excited because this one is a beauty.
It's a special beauty, yes. And wait till you see how it's decorated. It looks so vintage. You're gonna love this.
Hey, welcome aboard.
Hey, we're glad to be here.
Glad to have you. Come on.
Welcome to
All right.
Dakota.
Open here.
This boat is gorgeous.
Thank you.
And that's Joshua. Hi, Joshua.
So cute.
Got the weather today too.
We do. Oh my gosh.
Well, welcome aboard. We have some bubbles here if you'd like. A little mimosa or some iced tea.
Look at this.
This is unbelievable. Well, here we are on the Dakota, and this is Bob and Michael, and they are going to lead us on a tour of this absolutely amazing boat. So first of all, I want to find out, was this your first boat?
No, actually, we had a boat in Marina del Rey for about 17 years as a Chris Craft, 38 foot. And we loved it. It was a motorboat, but we'd been wanting to get a trawler, and that was always kind of our next boat that we wanted to go to.
Yeah, love this old style of the trawlers. They're beautiful. So that was all fiberglass.
Yeah.
Not a lot of wood.
This is mind-blowing. When we were walking around, I just have to give you, as we entered the boat and took a quick tour, everything was, wow, look at this, and wow, look at that. So prepare to be amazed.
Yes.
We feel that every day.
Yeah.
And our trawler wasn't our first boat either. We started out with a little bayliner, a liveaboard, 32-footer. But it had classic wood and a classic look to it. And so we knew our next boat was going to be a trawler. We are trawler aficionados.
Once you see them, you get hooked.
Yeah, you do.
This is true.
And when did you purchase the boat, Michael?
So we bought it in December, took possession in January. Less than a year.
Great. And can you tell us a little bit about the boat? What brand is it? What year is it? Just some basic specs on the Dakota.
She was built in 1979 in Taiwan, as most trawlers actually are. Built for Davis Marine, and from what we understand, we're still kind of doing some digging on the history. It was pretty much a custom yacht, as we'll see on the tour, like the way the bedrooms were configured and so forth. But yes, that's what it's built. So she spent a lot of time cruising in the Philippines and a lot of time up the Pacific Northwest as well.
Wow.
That is so cool.
It's got a great open floor plan that really appeals to us, is that there's a lot of space for you being on a boat. We have a 16-foot wide beam here in the Salon, which gives it a great sense of space and a room that we can make into a dining room if we need to.
It's a very good point. You have an amazing amount of space.
We do, yeah.
Well,
Let's go.
yeah.
All right.
Let's enjoy this baby.
Let's do it. Okay, well, welcome to the Salon. This was actually our first impression when we came on board this boat. I almost said the Dakota, but we named her the Dakota. As we go through the tour, you'll see these beautiful arched doors, which are really unusual for trawlers. So when we entered this room here, I have to say we immediately fell in love with her. So some of the things that really stood out to us is the beautiful wood floors throughout the boat. Lots of windows, so there's lots of light in this room, comfortable seating area, and underneath this sofa, it's all storage, which is something you always want on a boat to hide everything. Put provisions, lots of wine, that sort of thing. And then over on this side, we have a beautiful built-in credenza, if you will, and it has a large screen TV that lifts up so it's hidden, and you don't see it during the daytime because we don't like to look at TVs like if you're entertaining and so forth. But it's a great, lack of better words, flex space as well, because obviously we have it set up sort of like a lounge for entertaining. I mean, it's all about outdoor living on a boat, so it's usually set up like this. But if we have a special occasion like a birthday, this makes it beautiful, like formal dining room as well.
By the way, this is Bob and Michael's adorable dog,
Hi,
Joshua.
Hey,
He's
buddy.
so friendly.
He's a licker.
Oh, he's tripping on his
He's a
leash.
licker.
And I have to show you, this is so cool. I'm really jealous. They have these cups with their logo and titles: First Mate, Captain, Primary Guest, Honey.
Is there a secondary guest on there?
I don't know, but hey, Christmas present, hint.
Well, welcome to the Galley, one of my favorite parts of the boat because it's actually a kitchen. It's so open and spacious. We've got a great countertop here. We've got adjustable lighting and then storage up here. It came with a microwave and convection oven, a full-size refrigerator, which we still seem to fill up for some reason, and then a dishwasher as well. So there's a lot of like nice luxuries that you don't normally find on a boat. I think the best thing about this Galley is how much storage there is everywhere, above here and down here, and it's really great because we have a lot of things for entertaining, and platters and things like that. And we have a lot of storage for it in here. So one of the really great space-saving elements of the Galley is that there's a countertop here, which is the same kind of treatment that we have on this very large countertop here. But then over here it lifts up, and it becomes our induction top stove, which we've never used in this before, and I swear by it now. It's fast, it's efficient, it's so easy to clean, and then you can just store it away when you're done.
All right, so as you see, little vintage flares here and there. We have a love for fondue pots for some reason, but they're you can use it for a lot of different things. Like we'll put chips in there, not just cheese. So it's kind of fun though, kind of sets the tone for sort of that vintage flair on a beautiful old trawler. All right, well, this is the bridge, the lower bridge, I guess you would say. Great space, not used a lot to be honest. You know, it's so beautiful in San Francisco Bay that we captain from the top up there and be out in the fresh air and so forth. But most of the electronics are located down in this area. But it's great for the weather if it gets a little off, and kind of make it a little more fun. We like to collect things and so forth, as you've probably seen as we go out throughout the boat here. But some of the pieces are old family pieces. Like this was from my grandfather's boat. It's a little rusty, but it's the horn, so very low tech, high tech. And this was from my father's boat. This little light here, so just kind of fun stuff. The ship light there, we just got that, I think it was last weekend at an antique market in Palm Springs for Modernism Week. So that was a lot of fun. This is also a great place. I'd probably say I use this mostly for an office. So when I do work from here, the old captain's bench is great to come up and do a Zoom or what have you. We also want to add a little bit of comfort to it with the pillows, as well as the burgees that we framed and put up on the wall here that we've collected as well. And that's pretty much it. It's kind of a nice little sneak away spot as well when you're not out on the bay, if you will. All right, so now that we've taken a look at the main deck area, after a few cocktails and a nice dinner, it's time to retreat down to your accommodation. So Andrea, you want to take a look at your guest room for the night?
Sounds good.
All right. Welcome to your home away from home. So come on in, Andrea. What we like to do for our guests also is give them a little customization. We put their name on the door, and little touches make a difference.
Nice touch.
So this is the guest bed. I come from a hospitality side. I think we're both sort of innkeepers at heart. So it's important for our guests to be comfortable when they're visiting us. Lots of pillows to dive in, read a book. We've put in a couple personal elements too. These are actually my grandparents right up here, and kind of a personal tie to San Diego. They're buried up in Point Loma. But it's a full-size bed. And all the lights are on remote, so if guests need to go middle of the night, go to the restroom, just hit a button, lights go on in there. All right, so this is the guest bathroom. Very spacious. One of the things I loved about this bathroom, which we didn't have in our last boat, is the guest bathroom has a full shower, which is really great. Very private. The other thing I love about this room is it's On the other side of the boat is the master, so it's a really private area. We always like to have fresh flowers for our guests when they arrive. This actually used to be the crew quarters when the boat was built, and previous owners had expanded the guest room that we were just in, so we took this space and made it sort of a flex space where people can put their baggage so they don't have stuff cluttered in the main bedroom area. There's a makeup area. And then my favorite part is the bathroom of the crew quarters we turn into a little coffee bar so guests can have coffee in bed.
You thought of everything.
Well, welcome to the master stateroom. It's probably my favorite room on the boat. This cabin is quite oversized. It has a lot of really great amenities, like a built-in, beautiful dresser drawer that was built to here. We've got these great cabinets, storage cabinets for all of our hanging clothing. There's tons of storage everywhere you look. Portholes here. And then my favorite feature is this large, oversized bed. It's a California King that is actually even 10 inches longer. So it's this ridiculously large bed for especially the size of a boat. One of my favorite features of the boat as well is that there is a lot of headroom here. Michael is 6'3", and so he is able to easily walk around in these rooms because of the great height of the ceiling. So one of the things we like to do is in the morning, there's a little coffee maker here, so we can make some coffee or some tea and then sit in bed, maybe watch some TV. And all of the setup is right here. We also have a similar system in the guest room, so guests can rise at their leisure. Over here, we have our head, which is quite large, I think, for a boat. And inside, we have this great tiled shower. Great room in here, lots of storage as well. Good lighting. It's a really very functional head for a boat. If you feel you need to do your laundry at sea, of course, you can get a built-in washer and dryer. We do use it, but because of the nature of a washer and dryer, it takes about 5 hours to do one load, so we don't really use it that often. So, of course, one of the things that we like to do is get little cocktails in us and maybe don a hat. This one happens to be an Abdul's hat. This is actually Michael's relative's hat, and this is an actual captain's hat from a container ship. That's a vintage hat. We have a bunch more scattered around, but a lot of the guests like to wear them while we're having cocktails up on the upper deck.
All right, so we are down in the bowels of the ship. No, I'm just kidding. So this is one of 2 engine rooms on board our vessel. One of the things we loved about this is our last boat, we had to go down a hatch to get to the engine room. And this one has 2 side-by-side engine rooms. I'm 6'3", full headroom. I walk right off of the main corridor. They're Caterpillar 3208, excuse me, 375 horsepower. We just bought the boat this last year, so the range we're not 100% sure yet, but we do know the previous owners had cruised to the Philippines and a lot to Alaska and Pacific Northwest, so she's definitely been around a lot, but it's really spacious. There's a workbench. We can really move around here really easily, and when you're at sea, again, just very, very accessible to access the engine rooms. All right, so this is the poop deck. Pretty utilitarian. We use it for barbecuing. We got the biggest magma that we possibly could. We do a lot of entertaining, so we do a lot of barbecuing down here. It's great for when we're anchored at Glorietta Bay, doing some swimming, because you can put all the water toys here, go right out to the swim deck, right out here, and there's a ladder. But yeah, we just love this little space because you can it's a catch-all when you're out cruising, so to speak.
Awesome.
So here on the aft deck, we have our bar, which we kind of did an homage to tiki culture in San Diego by having some references, and we're probably over time going to be creating more and more of a tiki effect here. This aft deck is a really often used area for us, not only in the morning for coffee and looking at the bay, but also at night. We actually set up a long table here, and we can dine very easily outside and have one of the best views in San Diego.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
So this is the bow. Another great feature we love about this boat, it's very flush deck, great place to hang out. One of the things we love to do is a nice summer day in Glorieta Bay. We drop anchor, we set up a table here, barbecue in the back, and then dine here and just look at the island of Coronado, which is just spectacular.
So we're up here on the sun deck. This is the deck that we use probably the most often because of its great little infinity bed that we have in the aft area. There's a lot of chaise lounges with these very nostalgic looking cushions. We have a faux funnel on here that we painted yellow and put our D logo on it for Dakota. Then it actually has quite a lot of seating for guests. We have little parties up here. But up here, of course, is the Flybridge.
So this is kind of the hub of the boat, I would say, when we have our guests. So we just start up here for cocktails, watch the sunset. Bob mentioned the infinity bed. That's the best place to be when we're at sea. You lay out there, unobstructed view of the aft of the wake. And then we look at the bridge down below. This is the Flybridge. And this is really where we usually always use this when we're out at sea because you've got an unobstructed view. In San Diego Bay, there's a lot of boaters, so you got to be really on point and see what's going on around you. But at the same time, while you're captaining the boat, you can be socializing with your friends up here as well. But we just fell in love with this space when we came on board as well. And like Bob mentioned as well, with the furniture, we want to kind of keep that classic yacht that you would see in years past.
Bob and Michael, this has been such a fun tour. It's been great to get to know you and to see the Dakota and what a glorious vessel she is. And I just have a couple more questions. First of all, who captains the boat when you take Dakota out on the bay?
Well, that's an interesting question. I'm the captain usually, but we also hire a captain too so we can enjoy the bay. Safe boating.
Smart, very smart. The final question we love to ask is, as wonderful as this boat is this the final boat?
I think we probably have two different answers. Our last boat we thought was our final boat. This one happened organically as it was meant to be. So I'm going to say maybe.
I'm going to say yes. I mean, we love this boat so much. It meets all of our needs. We love sharing it with others. I can't imagine that we would have another one that we would love more than this. So I say yes, it's our final.
And I think if it was our boat, that would be our answer because I can't imagine finding something better than this.
That's pretty special.
This is an amazing boat.
We love it. Yeah.
Favorite trawler ever.
Yes. Well, here's to the Dakota.
Great meeting you guys. How fun.
We'll see y'all soon.
All right.
See y'all.
Bye.